I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be why she's really backing off. Well, if you got a woman in your life that you've been dating and maybe you've done some things after reading my book and you realize, wow, that was really fucking needy, and you acted insecure and it's turned her off basically and she's backing out, that's what we're going to talk about in this video, is what you got to do, what you got to say, how you got to show up in order to re-attract her back to you. And I got an email here from a reader, and he says, I've been in this relationship with a girl since September, but I started acting all needy like in April, and I've been trying to show her I'm not needy at all, but she still won't be attracted to me like before. I thought being patient and being funny and passing the test would help, but one day I eventually told her for the 100th time maybe that I don't like it that she is giving me this attention, that she's not giving me this attention, but I won't be desperate and needy for it. Well, just the fact that you brought it up and that she's not showing you any attention, I mean, it's simple as this. When a girl is not enthusiastically reaching out to you, you took her out on a date and she was kind of an ass on the date and she was taking you for granted, I wouldn't call her again. I wouldn't do anything until you hear from her next. And when you start doing that, where you just wait for her to contact you when she pulls crap like that, then what happens is after a few days, she's going to realize that something's up. And when she calls, she's like, hey, honey, what's happening? How are you? Oh, I hadn't heard from you in a couple days. I thought something was wrong. I was like, no, what's up? Hey, let's get together for dinner and drinks at my place. When are you free next week? She'll say, well, I'm free Wednesday, but can we do it a little sooner? And usually if this is your girlfriend, usually that's what she'll say. So, I mean, the idea is that when she doesn't treat you well, I mean, here's the deal. When a girl treats you right, she gets more of your time. When she's disrespectful and she's unappreciative and she takes you for granted, you give less time and less energy to that relationship. Why? Because you don't want to put more energy into it than the other person is, because it takes two in a relationship. And so if you're contributing, you're doing all the calling and pursuing to get you two together and she's making no effort at all, then you're doing all the chasing and the roles are completely reversed. You're basically acting like the woman in that particular case. He said, beforehand in our relationship, we already talked about marriage and studying together and traveling together, etc. We basically decided that we were going to be living together forever. However, what you got to understand about that, dude, is that when you guys talked about that, that's what she was feeling then in that moment, and that doesn't apply now. So the past doesn't matter with women. The only thing that matters is what you do right now and how you're showing up right now. And so she may have felt that then, but it's obvious that she's not feeling it right now. And so you don't bring up shit like that, and there's no reason to talk about it because it's just simply a reflection of how she feels about you right now. And it's obvious from what you shared with me so far that she's really not that into you because you've done too many things to turn her off. We basically decided that we were going to be living together forever, but since April, she's been backing off, and now we're at an all-time low, where she actually tried to break off all contact with me, but we're still together. I didn't beg her or anything. Well, I would say that means you probably begged her. She just wanted a break afterhand, and she won't open conversations with me or ever call, even though I don't call her for days. Well, the problem is you're not waiting long enough. Because a few days go by and then you have a freak out and you're like, oh my God, she does. And what happens is the reason she's not calling you is because she doesn't want to talk to you. And unless a woman wants to talk to you, why would you want to spend your time with her? Why would you even give a fuck? I mean, seriously. I mean, you got to perceive yourself as a catch. And when you continue to chase a woman who's disrespecting you, what you do is she will lose all respect for you. When a woman doesn't respect you, she'll fucking walk all over you and she'll never love you. I can only get her to talk to me if I talk first. No, it's because you never wait. And she may be just hanging out. She already tried to break it off, so she's just kind of... You're in a relationship in your mind, but she's already, obviously from her actions, from what you told me, it looks like she's already left. And you're like holding on to something that's already over. I really want this to work, and whenever I talk to her about the issue, she only gets further away. Because you're trying to force her to pay more attention to you. Whereas you should just be busy, focused on your life and getting busy with your friends and doing other things, and she'll call you when she calls you. If she doesn't call you, then fucking so what? You should be dating other women, practicing the things that I teach in my book, And if you don't have my book yet, you can download a copy to any electronic device, smartphone, PC, Mac, iPad, in under 60 seconds by clicking the link, which is on my website, understandingrelationships.com, which is right underneath the email sign-up box on the right-hand side. He says, right now, she's the furthest than she's ever been, and I have made so many mistakes and failed so many tests for being needy, I don't know what to do. It seems she even lost hope on me. But I really want this to work. What should I do, Corey? How often should I talk to her, and what should I talk about? You shouldn't do anything at this point. She's not making any effort. And so if I were you, I would just stop calling her altogether. I wouldn't do anything. And when she calls you, just invite her over for dinner, invite her over for drinks to hang out. If she's, I really want to go out to dinner, just say, hey, I've had a really busy week, and I'm just in the mood to hang tonight. So if you want to go out to dinner or something like that, we'll just have to do that some other time. Give me a call if you change your mind. If she's not willing to come over and hang out and chill at your place, then just withdraw the offer. Grow a set of fucking balls and walk away from this chick. It'll do wonders for your relationship and your confidence. And she'll either start making the effort or you just won't hear from her. I mean, the bottom line is you got to find out. If the girl doesn't call you when you just completely stop all contact, then it means she's already left. She's probably already dating some other dude on the side. And, I mean, because she tried to break it off with you and you didn't want to go along with that. And so she probably just told you what you wanted to hear to placate you because she didn't want to deal with any kind of fucking drama. He says, I feel I have lost all of the attraction she had for me and is only with me because she knows I love her so much and care about her so much and did so much for her in the past. That's your problem. Did so much in the past. You focused on doing things for her and waiting on her hand and foot. You acted like some kind of male servant of hers instead of a boyfriend or a alpha male that she had to work in order to win your heart as well. Instead, you focused on the fact that you were totally into her and completely ignored the fact that she wasn't as into you, and the more she backed away, the more you chased her, and the more you chased her, the more it drove her away, until eventually she realized that you were weak and acted pathetically weak, and she didn't want anything to do with you. He said, she thinks I'll cry and really suffer if she leaves. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? Help me, please. I say, yeah, it's not supposed to be that way, but you've done this because you've enabled her behavior. You've enabled her to continue disrespecting you and not making any effort. Why should she call you when she knows after a few days you're going to call anyways? There's no challenge in it for her. And that's the thing is, you got to stop all, if you want my advice, dude, it's to stop all contact with her, because if you keep going the way you're going, eventually she'll block you and she just won't. I mean, you're already saying she's not returning your phone calls. I mean, that should tell you something about how she really feels. She's left the relationship, and that's what you should do. You should leave the relationship, focus on your life, focus on learning what I teach. I've got over 300 and something articles on my website. I got over 300 and something videos at this point, and I'm putting half a dozen on there almost every day. So there's always more information. So you should be filling your head up with this stuff and going out and applying it, because that's going to skyrocket your confidence. And in the meantime, while your girl is not talking to you, you're actually working on and focused on becoming a better man and learning skills of attraction and picking up women, so you can go out and it's easy for you to meet other women. And then when she calls, you're really not going to be that enthusiastic to run after her, because you got other women that you're going out with. I mean, think about it this way. If you got women blowing up your phone going, I miss you, I can't wait to see you. You give a fuck about some girl that's blowing you off and totally taking you for granted. I mean, stand up for yourself, dude. Don't be a fucking sucker. Grow a set of balls and just walk away from this girl. Don't do anything. And when she contacts you, invite her over to your place for drinks and to make dinner. And if she's not interested in that, withdraw the offer and just say, we'll have to do it some other time when I've got a little bit more time. I'm just real busy this week and I'm only in the mood to hang. And you just have that nonchalant attitude, one or two things will happen. She'll either stop calling you or she'll come over, and you just keep doing that. You wait for her to contact you, and eventually she'll start chasing you, and the power will flip. And she'll like you more if you do it that way. But, I mean, it really sounds like you probably, it's gone too far and it's not going to go anywhere. So if you've got a question you want to ask me, you can go to my website, understandingrelationships.com, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. Because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by clicking the Products tab, which is at the top of any page of my website, understandingrelationships.com, and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.